when the president of FC Porto stood up at the Portugal Football Summit and put the idea of an Iberian Super Cup on the table, he ignited a debate that goes to the heart of what domestic football means in the 21st century. Should national leagues remain anchored to their communities, or must they chase global audiences wherever the money and fans are? André Villas-Boas framed the plan as part of Porto's internationalization push, a competition that would pair Spain's giants like Barcelona, Real Madrid and Atletico with Portugal's heavyweights Porto, Benfica and Sporting. And he said he had discussed the concept with the big clubs and federation leaders as a way to expand reach and revenues. That proposal is more than a friendly pre-season idea. It directly questions the boundaries of national competition and whether traditional league models can, or should, be reshaped to tap diaspora crowds and new markets. The timing is explosive because it arrives alongside recent, highly symbolic moves. La Liga has confirmed a La Liga fixture between Villarreal and Barcelona set for Miami. And Italy approved a Serie A fixture involving AC Milan and Como in Australia. Developments that have already forced governing bodies to decide whether exceptions become the rule or remain one-offs. Those precedent-setting matches show the commercial logic driving clubs and leagues. Gains that might draw a few thousand fans at home can fill 30 to 40,000 seats abroad, when the expatriate communities and global supporters are concentrated in major cities. And that argument was central to Villas-Boas' pitch. But where money and expansion beckon, institutions brace. UEFA has repeatedly expressed opposition to domestic league matches being played outside their home countries, and has described any widespread shift as potentially breaking the community roots of the game. Yet regulators have also, in exceptional cases, approved overseas fixtures under existing legal gaps, a tension that makes the future uncertain and ripe for litigation. That contradiction is the real flashpoint. Clubs want a bigger international footprint. Federations and fans fear the erosion of local competition. And regulatory bodies face pressure to either close the legal loopholes or risk endless one-off approvals that reshape the calendar and competitive fairness. For smaller leagues and clubs, the stakes are existential. Portuguese sides argue that international exposure could generate broadcast revenue, sponsorship and player development opportunities that help them compete with richer leagues. But critics warn that turning regular domestic fixtures into global events favours the already wealthy and dilutes the connection between clubs and their home supporters. The legal and political avenues are already being signposted. If more overseas matches become common, expect challenges that could land in arbitration or national courts. And for the European Commission to be asked whether such commercial moves violate competition or regulatory norms. Meanwhile, fans and player groups are reacting in real time. Some celebrate the chance to see marquee matchups on new soil. Others see the move as a hostile take on the soul of the sport. And players have publicly questioned the logistics and fairness of long-haul league games. Ultimately, this is a story about choice and consequence. A proposal that promises growth and global fans also carries the risk of fracturing the domestic competitions that built the clubs in the first place. Whether the Iberian Super Cup becomes a landmark tournament, a bargaining chip in wider calendar reforms, or a headline that fades after a few heated months, will depend on how federations, the European institutions and the clubs themselves respond, and on whether the idea can balance commercial appetite with the competitive integrity and community roots that millions still cherish.